So, a few requests to post another video, and you've got to do it when you can. This is Tiger Lily now, clearly hungry. One of the signs is vocal cues. Another is rooting and turning the face like she just did. A few people want to know, hey, ooh, ooh, ooh. How many times should your child feed? If you're demand feeding, then don't expect to be doing anything in any hurry soon. They change. Breastfed babies do wake in the night to feed if they haven't fed enough during the day. That is something that you will have to be aware of. A lot of people say, oh, I feed my bottle-fed baby every 4 hours. It's completely different. They change, they have growth spurts. Sometimes we are hungry more often than on other days, dependent on our workload, what we have done exercise-wise. And I think there's a lot of preconception that you should be sticking to a regime. The only regime you should be following is a baby-led regime. That's the baby. Now, you just heard then my baby was... She does this quite often. A lot of people would be nervous when they hear that noise. I've breastfed. This is my third breastfed baby. I'm not nervous when I hear that noise because I know she's getting a lot of milk and the pressure of my milk has increased, so it's starting to come out quite fast. So it's a coping strategy that babies develop in order not to flood themselves. Her mouth is still full with nipple and she's still latched on, very much latched on, and you can feel the pull. A lot of mothers are put off when they first start breastfeeding because of that initial pain that comes from the breast. That does ease, but it is there. And sometimes when you really need to feed your baby, your breast will engorge, swell. Babies also develop a little bit of a sense of humour, as you can see, and they start to change the style of feeding, how much they feed. For the length of time. If your baby is not feeding for a long period of time and you want to get a big feed in, you got something to say about that? I highly recommend you taking their baby grow off and just feeding them in a vest. Cold feet means that they normally eat quite well. Yes. And also don't forget, which is something that a lot of people do, is that they think that it's going to be convenient, the times in which your baby wants to feed. Last night, this little cherub decided that she wanted to feed between the hours of 3 and 6 in the morning continually. Now, I think she's having a growth spurt and hopefully she'll sleep well tonight, but it doesn't always work like that. So take the time when you can to sit down and relax, but also absorb a lot of water, I've got a cold at the moment, and as well as producing my milk and her food, I'm producing antibodies for her. And during these testing times of COVID, it is reassuring to know that I am producing antibodies in my milk for all coughs, common colds, viruses, into her. The other benefit of this is if you're savvy, which I'm not, I don't even have enough time to wipe my arse, let alone do anything else, you would then freeze the milk and write on the milk what the common symptoms were that you were suffering from, and in the future that will be a good boost of antibodies should you get those same things again. On my face you will notice I do have an old piercing mark, but I've got cold sore at the moment. A lot of people get really concerned about cold sores and we know what they mean and going near the baby, and of course, yeah, be precautious of that. More importantly, it shows that how all-consuming breastfeeding is to your body. It rips everything from you, so look after yourselves. Make sure you don't get too run down like me. Yeah, practice what you preach. And take on extra nutrients and supplements. They say don't eat for 2 during pregnancy. When you're breastfeeding, eat for as many people as you like, because your breast milk and your baby obviously requires those calories. So bear in mind you're not going to eat into your fat stores straight away. So don't go starving yourself because you'll go lightheaded, because you are feeding a small human that is taking on a lot of calories. Yeah. Yeah. Is that all you have to say, Tiger Lily? Yeah. So that's all for today. Anything else then? Just let me know.